Well, hello there. I am outside on the farm here, and I'm doing a little irrigation project because I have, there's always something to repair. This is a line that attaches to the water source, and it fills my pond, which is currently bone dry. So I thought I would use this time because I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, this is actually a really good kind of 5 elements example, because let's see, what should we do first here? I guess this is gonna go on here. This is like Legos for adults, okay? Have you ever played with irrigation? It's so fun. You get all these little parts. Okay, so that is gonna go on here. This is gonna be water source for the pond. It's a big long pipe. But then I want to have a little offshoot, which I used to have years ago, for like a hose that I can move around and water the garden. And so I have to go from that to this. We're gonna do it. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you about my thoughts, because this reminds me of This reminds me of 5 elements. And what are 5 elements, you say? Okay, 5 elements is basically acknowledging that there are seasons. And it'd be like, it's wood, fire, earth, metal, water, which is the equivalent of saying spring, summer, Indian summer, fall, and winter. So the winter, can you see the mountain? Okay, the winter relates to the water element, right? The snow that we don't have a lot of right now this year, but the snow that's up there, and when it melts, it's water, right? So the winter element is water. You can think of snow, or anybody who lives anywhere. We all need the water. The water's coming from somewhere. Even if you live in the desert, the water's coming upstream, right? So winter relates to water, and the spring, which is the element we're pretty much in now, getting to, is relates to the liver. It's the wood element. And you're like, wood? What do you mean by wood? Well, wood is it's the plant life, green, plant life, growth, plants, grass, green, spring, green. So, but I was like, oh, this makes perfect sense, because in Chinese medicine, I have to think about what I'm doing here. Okay, this one's gonna go in here. Okay, and this one's gonna go in here. Those are all screwed on, and yes, I do have the tape, the little water tape. I have that, although I might not use it right now. I just want to kind of see how it's gonna work. Okay, and then this is gonna go on here. Look at that. What does that go on to? Okay, yeah. So this I'm gonna glue. And then this is gonna screw onto here. And then I'm gonna have an on-off, and that is gonna go into some black tubing that I have. It's gonna go to the garden. We are killing it. Okay, so we're gonna glue this. So, in Chinese medicine, there's a relationship between all the organs. It's called like the organ that's before the one that's before it is the mother, or the nurturer. And so in Chinese medicine, water is the mother of the wood element. And so it's the water that nourishes the wood, which is the grass, all the plants and everything that's growing. And I'm like, dang, I feel like, it's real life 5 elements in action. So, okay, we should probably end this video, but I'm sure you want to know how to, it's getting warm out here. I'm sure you want to know how to glue this pipe, right? All right, well, you got primer, and then you got your glue, or whatever you want to call that, cement. Okay, so what are we doing? We're doing this onto here, okay? So we're gonna take this stuff. This is a primer, purple primer. And you're gonna put it around the inside of one of your pipes. And then you're gonna put it on the outside of your other one. All the way around. And then you go back and do the inside of the other. I think that's what it says. You're supposed to go back and do one of them twice. You don't want to make a sloppy mess. It dries quickly. So now you're supposed to go onto your cement and this stuff. And I do the last one first. Or no, I'll do this one because you don't want a ton. So this one I put on here. They said you don't want it drippy. And then in here, it says before it dries, but it dries really fast. And then maybe another little bit, a second little on here. Not too much. You don't want it like drippy. Not too sloppy. All right, kitty, you don't want to eat that. And then Shazam. I feel like I might have used a little extra, but it's gonna be fine. I don't really have anything to wipe it off with, but there you go. All right, that is your water nourishing the wood element. Have a good day.